Welcome to the channel, Gaming Army. I've got a couple of exciting domination drops coming your way today, and while we're watching these play out in the background, we are also going to be discussing everything about the assassin hero mech known as the Dark Death. It sounds so ominous, but stick around because you're going to want to see every minute of this video. And we're going to kick things off with a domination match on Grim Plexus, and as this first drop plays out, we're going to delve under the hood of the Dark Death. And where I like to start all my reviews is this, the stock loadout. So straight from the mech factory, this is what your Dark Death is going to come with. A single AC2, 2 LRM-5s, 2 medium lasers, 7 jump jets, ECM for protection, and a top speed of 113.4 kph. Now, hopefully you were paying close attention to that weapons loadout that I just described, because in its stock configuration, this is going to be a standoff mech. You don't have any huge alphas or damage output. You're talking about a lot of small chip damage from range, and ideally then you're going to be looking for already hurt units and open components to maximize your little bit of damage via the AC2 and those LRM-5s, because you're talking about small amounts of overall damage. Now, the good news is that while it doesn't come with huge hitting power, it comes with lots of maneuverability and the ECM for protection, so that means you should be able to easily zip around the battlefield, getting into superior firing positions in this mech. Next up on our deep dive of the Assassin Dark Death hero is a look at the quirks. What's so special about this mech? If we check the quirk, we see that for firepower you've got minus 20% cooldown, which isn't too shabby. An additional minus 10% to that AC2 cooldown, which is somewhat interesting if you're playing AC2s. And you have a ballistics velocity increase of plus 20%. Now, you have some additional ammo quirks, which is great for increasing your ammo capacity. You have some minor buffs to the armor, something like 8 and 9% buffs. But where it really starts to get interesting is the fact that since this is a hero mech, you get the plus 30% C-Bill bonus, and it gets more interesting from there. You get plus 100% seismic range detection, which is huge. So if you're doing seismic sensors, you'll be able to see the enemy coming a far way off. And in addition to that, you also automatically come with an extra consumable slot. Those are some interesting things that you want to take note of. And speaking of things that you want to take note of, you'll want to take note of the action that's been playing out in the background. We're going to delve right back into that because I can already hear some of you screaming at your monitors, "Juan, look out, there's a grinner in Hotel 8. Why aren't you engaging the grinner? And why do you keep looking towards Golf 8, Box 8? Well, okay, there's 3 important reasons why I chose that particular maneuver at that moment. First of all, I have ECM, so chances are, even if the grinner saw me, it may not register right away that I'm an enemy, and I may not get shot. And sure enough, that played out. Secondly, there's range. He was a little far out of my range, where the units in Golf 8 were closer for me to engage. And last and most importantly, that's where the enemy team was, Golf 8, Box 8. So if I had turned and gone after the grinner, I would have left my back open to not one grinner, but several enemy mechs on the enemy team and get focused, potentially. So that's kind of why I made that quick decision, and that decision paid off because, yes, we managed to take care of the grinner, and we actually got some damage in on those units who were in the Fox 8, Golf 8 area, and we've pushed them on out of that position. My teammates are starting to swarm in, and now it's starting to get very interesting and devolve into the Battle Royale. We're going to use this terrain for cover because there are a couple of enemy units over there, including, yes, the Urban Mech, and he's open center torso. I think I kind of used the Jenner there for a little bit of bait. Sorry about that, teammate, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. And now here comes another enemy in the form of a flea. We'll get some damage on him. I'm going to keep moving to the right and return fire on the urban mech. Do a little more damage here. I'm trying to keep the enemy looking right and take some of the pressure off of my teammates who are trying to push forward over the Fox 8 line. And there's a Marauder up on the hill, heavily damaged. His left torso is open, center torso is open. Let's see if we can remove that left torso, and sure enough, there we go. My teammates are going to be able to capitalize on that other side torso. Down goes the Marauder. There's a Desperado up on the hillside, something else there as well, and there goes our flea. I'm going to go in hot pursuit of the flea just because I've got the speed to possibly keep up with him, but at least damage him heavily so he's not as big a threat moving into my team's flanks late game. So we're in hot pursuit mode, coming around the bend. There he goes. He's running for it. We'll get a little chip shot on him, and he leads us into the back of another one of his teammates up on the hillside. That is a sun spider, and it's a fresh sun spider. Oh my goodness, I was hoping there was a lit'll damage, and there's a... Where'd that building come from? It just jumped up in my way. That was not me. Okay, let's play Ring Around the Rosie, use this building for cover, see if we can get into his back because he is super fresh on the front, and here we go. We'll get a little bit of damage on him. Got some teammates coming in to help. This could work. Maybe. Or it could end horribly. Oh, it's going to end horribly. He didn't continue playing Ring Around the Rosie. That is cheating. Get some more damage out on that flea. See if we can push him out of this fight and make it 2v1 instead of 2v2. Just don't like that little flea. And to make things worse, I'm getting stuck on a teammate. And I'm also getting focused by the sun spider. He is really coming after me. And there goes my left leg is wide open now. Now the right leg. Oh no, I don't think this is going to end well. Trying for that left torso, just can't quite get the job done. Now I'm legged, and I won't be long for this world. And there I go. He takes me out with the kill shot. Switching over to our last remaining unit, and the news is not good on this front as well, because last man standing has no weapons and is just waiting to be finished off by the enemy team. So this drop is going to end in the only way it can. A crushing defeat for us. But hey, switching over to the end screen on this one, we wound up with 2 kills, 4 assists, 607 damage done. Moving on to our next drop. This is also a domination match, but this one happens on Solaris City, and while this plays out in the background, we're going to continue our discussion about the assassin Dark Death Hero Mech. And of course, the whole reason we're having this discussion at all is because this is all part of PGI's Big Beach Party 2023. Now, at the time of the posting of this video, Phase 2 is well underway, and Phase 3 is just around the corner. Remember, this is a 4-phase event covering 2 full months, and during that time, you can earn a lot of loot bags and redemption points towards picking your own free hero mechs with mech bays. You'll get 1 from each weight class, and that's why we're delving into so many hero mechs, and there's so much hero content. I want to be able to give you guys as much information and insight to help you with your choices. All that being said, it just means that the next step in our conversation has to be about my specific build, because most of you have noticed the weapons are not the same as the stock loadout, and that's because I've taken a radical departure from that build and head in a totally different direction. I'm not so much a big fan of the long-range approach of the stock mech, so I've gone for a shorter, more in-your-face knife fighter style with this. So my build looks something like this. I have 2 SRM4s, 2 medium pulse lasers. I lost 1 of the jump jets. I still have 6 jump jets, the ECM for protection still, and the top speed is the same at 113.4 kph. And if you have a favorite build suggestion, make sure you put it in the comment section below. I know there's a lot of newer pilots to the game, well, and even some veterans who are looking for additional build ideas on how to use their mechs. Getting back to the action on this particular drop, after that whole spiel about speed, maneuverability, and close-in fighting, I have managed to put myself in probably a really bad situation because I'm up on the high ground, surrounded by enemies below me, and taking away all of my maneuverability because I'm stuck on just this little platform. And did you guys see that? Look at that. There is an Atlas standing around the corner to my left. It was bad enough having the Night Star and the Crusader coming up over the overpass, but I'm dealing with an Atlas up on the top ground as well. Crusader drops down. He's trying to run away. He's open front and back. I don't know if we can capitalize on that. We'll get some chip shots in. I've got to be careful, though. Yep. Now I've been seen. The Atlas has seen me, and now I need to watch my left side and not overextend too far, or he is going to light me up. I don't know if I can get any more peak damage in. Boy, this is just tricky. That's a lot of firepower off my left. I don't want to expose it, but I do want that Crusader. That open CT is just calling me. It's like a siren's call. And there we go. We get some more damage in on him left and right. I'm using this building to prevent the Atlas from... Okay, we'll do some danger peeking here. And, oh, I paid for that. That was definitely not a good trade. I'm open center torso, and I'm going to wait here a second, compose myself, lick my wounds, maybe dab at some of the blood coming from the corner of my mouth. I don't know, but I want that Atlas to get focused on something else, anything else, other than my poor little center torso. No, he's not doing that. He is just not cooperating. And now I am really stuck because I've taken some more damage to the center torso, and he's obviously watching that corner. Maybe I can get some little sneakiness done. I don't know. I'm making sure my teammates know he is there. Hopefully I can get some support, because right now he is totally just fixated on me. There's nothing else for him to shoot at. Wait. It looks like the cavalry has arrived. Yes, he's going to look at... No, he's still looking at me. And our Mad Dog is getting some free shots. He's taking full advantage of the fact that the Atlas is just continuing to stare at me. Come on, get him, Mad Dog. Oh my gosh, I'm now one touch. Center torso. Mad Dog has dropped down. We did do some damage to that Atlas. He's lost his left arm, yes. And left torso rear is open. Let's see if he rethinks his life choices. Probably not. He's just waiting for me to peek one more time before he lights me up. Nope. He's turned away. And now he's on the move as well. So let's get as much damage in on the Atlas as we can. He's dropping down. He's abandoning his high ground position. And this may just open the door for some opportunistic shenanigans. It does. I take his position, and he's got his back to me, and I will take an open back any day of the week for as long as he wants to present it to me. He's got an open front as well, and he's up against the building. We got to go for the kill at this point. We've got to go for the kill. There, I feel somewhat avenged in the fact that we took him out after he did all that damage to me. Unfortunately, my mech is in really rough condition with one-touch CT, and around the corner. Who put that archer there? And that's going to bring this one to a close, but we do finish out with our single kill of the Atlas, 1 KMDD, 610 damage done.